Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because I've been testing these products for so long. Today we are going to be going over 3 of the most popular dry hair heat protectants. These are different from a regular heat protectant because they come in an aerosol, so they spray on your hair dry. They are meant for dry hair, not for wet hair. This is like your post blow dry heat tool styling spray. The 3 that we are going to be talking about today is the Joico Glossing Thermal Protector, the Drybar Hot Toddy Heat Protectant Mist, and then the Living Proof PhD Perfect Hair Day Heat Styling Spray. I've been testing all 3 of these out for a while and I have full complete thoughts on all of them. We are going to go through them from my least favorite to my favorite. But before we get into the ranking, I want to go through each one, talk about the price and the price per ounce. So the Joico is the most affordable. This is $24 and you get 5.1 ounces, which makes this on a per ounce basis about $4.70 per ounce. And then the Drybar is $29 and you get 4.6 ounces, which makes this $6.30 per ounce. Makes this the most expensive one per ounce because it only has 4.6 ounces, has the least amount of product of any of the 3, and is priced in the middle. The price per ounce is pretty high. And the most expensive one is the Living Proof Heat Styling Spray. This is $32, but you get 5.5 ounces, which makes it $5.82 per ounce. So this one is the most expensive. You also get the most product with it. And all 3 of these sprays protect up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, I feel like, standard for heat protectants, but 450 degrees. Another thing to note about all of these is that even though they are in an aerosol and they do kind of look like hairspray, they are not a hairspray. None of these are style extenders or style holders. So this is not a one and all product. This will not replace your hairspray. You still need to use some sort of hairspray or style extender once you are done styling your hair. Okay, now let's get into each one, and I am going to go from my 3rd place and then my 2nd place and then my 1st place. So in 3rd place, my least favorite out of all of the dry hair heat protectants is the Joico Heat Hero Glossing Thermal Protector. I'm gonna be honest, I was really drawn in because it says glossing and I am obsessed with having like the shiniest hair in the entire world. I just know already for a fact I will not be repurchasing this ever. So the spray in the mist on this is a very big cloud. It is something that kind of fills up my bathroom, which I don't personally love. And you would think like, well, it's an aerosol, it's gonna do that. The other 2 don't do that. This kind of just gets everywhere. You can taste it in your mouth. It's not a great experience when spraying it in the hair. It's a very big cloud that kind of takes a good like 20 seconds to kind of dissipate from the air. The scent on this, chemicals, just straight. It smells like if you grew up doing like dance or theater, it smells like the dressing room full of hairspray. It's not a yummy smell. When I actually spray this in the hair, I will say it does give a lot of shine. It does gloss. It says Glossing Thermal Protector. This out of all 3 is honestly the only one that gives my hair a lot of shine. I have this on the under layer of my hair right now, and you can see a lot of that shine that it gave, and you'll also see it in the clip. Unfortunately, that's the only good thing about it. The feel when this is in the hair feels like hairspray. It feels so gritty. It feels like there's product in my hair. Even now, if I just run my hands through the parts of my hair that have this in it, post styling, I can still feel like there's just the product in my hair, which I personally don't love. I could potentially get over that if this was helping to extend the wear of my hairstyle, but it doesn't. So you're just getting all of this grittiness and product feeling in your hair, and it's not, you know, doing anything to hold that curl. It's just not a good experience, because once you spray it in the hair, it feels that way while you're curling the hair. It feels that way after you curl the hair. It feels that way. You can feel 100% of this product in your hair, which is just not something that I enjoy. But I will say one plus that this heat protectant has that the other 2 do not is because it's glossing, you can really see where you have sprayed it. So you can see what strands are covered, what sections of hair you might have missed, whereas the other 2 don't have any sort of like residue or show in the hair. So with this, you can visually see with your eyes where you have gotten enough heat protectant and where you haven't, because it has that glossing and shine properties. So that is one perk to it, because some of the other ones we'll get into. In 2nd place, my 2nd favorite is the Drybar Hot Toddy. I really do enjoy this one. The scent of this smells like shredded coconut, like in the bakery aisle. If you get a bag of shredded coconut, that's what this smells like. It says Blanc scent. I don't know. I didn't know if it was like unscented or what it's supposed to smell like, but it smells like a bag of shredded coconut and I quite enjoy that. Spray on this one is a smaller cloud than the Joico. It's pretty much like a direct, it's pretty soft spray. You can feel it in the hair ever so slightly. There is a slight bit of grit in your hair once you use this. Even now, I put it on this side of my hair, I can still feel it a little bit, like along with my hairspray. When you're spraying this in the hair, I can feel it slightly in the hair. There is a little bit of grit. It's not invisible in the hair. It's not completely like weightless and you couldn't feel that there's anything in the hair. You feel a little bit of that product buildup, a little bit of that grittiness, nothing in comparison to the Joico. There is something there. That feeling goes away pretty much once you heat style your hair. So same experience, this glides very smoothly through the hair. One thing I didn't mention, because this feels like hairspray, you do kind of feel like you're pulling your hair a little bit when you're heat styling it. That is not the case with this. The iron glides very smoothly over your hair. The cloud is smaller. I like the scent of this a lot. This is, out of all three, this has my favorite scent. They absolutely nailed the scent on this. And kind of similar to the Joico with the, you can see and feel where you've applied this, because this does have a little bit of that grittiness and you can feel it in the hair, you know where you have gotten enough coverage and where you haven't, because you can kind of feel it in the hair a little bit. It's not a strong feel, but you are able to kind of tell where this has gotten enough coverage and where you need to go back over again. It doesn't really add any shine, any sort of style extension, any sort of like smoothness, silkiness. Like, it does the job that it's supposed to do. Doesn't add any crazy benefits to my hair, but because the product cloud is not intense, I like the scent. It does what it's supposed to do. It works. Would I recommend this? Absolutely. I think it's a good one. So why not? It's just not my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite is the Living Proof Heat Styling Spray. This is just the best one out of all of them, in my opinion. It has a very minimal cloud when you're in the bathroom, so it does spray out aerosol again like the rest of them. But similar to the Drybar, it has a very soft cloud, a very soft spray. It's not filling up the bathroom. It's not, you know, getting in your mouth. It's not taking a while to dissipate. It's pretty soft. It's pretty direct. I will say I don't love the scent on this one as much as the Drybar. It smells almost a little bit like limes. I don't know, I don't love it. Like it smells like limes. The reason that I love this so much is you cannot feel it in the hair at all. Once you have sprayed it on, you run your hands through your hair, you cannot feel any grittiness, you cannot feel any product. Your hair just feels like as soft as it was before you started. That is why this takes number one. It is completely undetectable in the hair once you have sprayed it. No grittiness, no stiff hold, no dragging of the iron. The iron glides very smoothly over this. Your hair feels nice, silky, soft, smooth. Not any softer than it would otherwise, but it just doesn't feel, you know, harder. The one drawback to this really, other than the fact that it smells like limes, is that because it is so undetectable in the hair, aerosols are a little bit harder to control than like a traditional spray nozzle. So because of that, I tend to over apply this just in fear of, did I get that area? Is this covered enough? Is this fully covered? Because I feel like I don't know as well compared to these two, because you can feel them in the hair and you can see them in the hair. This you cannot feel or see in the hair, so I tend to over apply just a little bit. But honestly, not complaining. If anything, I'm just gonna get extra heat protectant from doing that, because there is no buildup, there's no yucky feeling in the hair. I don't mind doing that because of how good of results I get with this and how good my hair feels when I use this. It doesn't add any shine, doesn't add any additional softness, just like the Drybar, doesn't add anything to my hair. It just kind of does the job. And after heat styling, my hair feels just as good as it would otherwise. It feels nice and soft. There is no additional product feeling in the hair. Like the other three, not a style extender, but it will help, you know, to protect your hair, which is gonna help to hold styles more. I feel like this video was pretty quick. I feel like those are the top things that really make the differences between the three and the top things that I would want to know going into purchasing them. So while this one is the most expensive, honestly, on a price per ounce basis, it's in the middle. This one is actually the most expensive, the Drybar, on a price per ounce, even though it's smaller and technically cheaper when you do buy it. So out of all of them, this one, even though it is the most expensive, you're gonna get to use it the longest, and it honestly is the best. I do enjoy using this in my hair. I hate reaching for this. Even though it was the cheapest one, the Joico was $24, and it's miserable every time I use it. It is not even worth saving the money. this is a category because of how terrible it can feel in your hair. And even the Drybar still has a bit of that gritty feeling for the experience of using it, because this is a very experience-oriented product. Yes, it is giving you heat protection, but it's also about the experience. You don't want your hair to feel like absolute garbage while you're doing it and for days after. It is worth spending the extra money to get the living proof, 100% in my opinion. And if you don't want to spend the extra money to get the living proof, the Drybar is a good option as well. I would never, ever, ever recommend the Joico. Don't waste your money. It's garbage. It's truly garbage. If you want the Drybar one, I would say go and get it. It smells nice, it works, does the job. But overall, if I'm gonna recommend one, it's living proof, 1000%. And that is everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week.